Hello and welcome to Volusia Magazine. I'm Amber Osman. In this week's episode, we recap all the action from the Lifeguard National Championships. The Lady Philomena is prepped for her return to the sea, and the Marine Science Center welcomes its 1 millionth guest. Later on in the program, Joanne Magley sits down with Connie Bernal from the UCF Business Incubator. Those segments and more coming right up on Volusia Magazine. I hope you stay tuned. Volusia County's highly popular Marine Science Center is celebrating its 1 millionth visitor.
Do you know what's going on? Do you know what this is?
We need to tell you, wow, you are our 1 millionth visitor. Oh, wow!
Now 15 years old, the Marine Science Center is considered a hidden treasure by many with its tranquil setting in Ponce Inlet. It has also become well known, though, establishing itself as home to one of the nation's major sea turtle hospitals and the Mary Keller Seabird Rehabilitation Center.
And it took us 10 years to get to 500,000 visitors. But since that time, we've seen this incredibly rapid increase in the number of visitors every year. And so it only took 5 more years to get another 500,000. And we've seen this word of mouth that has tremendously increased the popularity. So we've just skyrocketed to basically about 100,000 visitors a year now.
Since opening in 2002, the Marine Science Center has cared for more than 19,000 sea turtles and more than 1,300 gopher tortoises and freshwater turtles. With veterinary care provided by the University of Florida, the turtle specialists provide x-rays, surgery, and rehabilitation for their precious patients. Their goal is to prepare the marine animals for their eventual return to the sea. Nestled among the palms and other native Florida trees, the Seabird Center has rehabilitated more than 15,000 birds since it opened in 2004. The center actually has a bird ICU, conditioning rooms, and flying cages to promote healing and a return to the skies.
Because the heart of the Marine Science Center is the work that we do in the rehabilitation of sea turtles and with birds. And that's one of the things that I think is most compelling for our visitors. Because when our visitors come, even though they enjoy the touch pools and all the other activities, what they walk away with is that this is a place that is doing good. This is a place that is helping the wildlife of our area.
One of the best things about the Marine Science Center is its price. Admission is just $5 for adults, $4 for seniors, and $2 for youth. Children under 3 are free. Learn more about this environmental learning center at marinesciencecenter.com. Staying on the coast, Volusia County is making plans to sink 2 ships offshore in the coming months, adding to the county's already robust artificial reef program. The Lady Philomena, a 150-foot steel vessel, was donated to the county for reefing by the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Service after having been seized with contraband in the Miami River. The tug Everglades was then offered to the county for reefing by the shipyard where the Lady Philomena was moored. Both vessels are being cleaned for the ocean disposal, and the county aims to sink them together in late September or early October.
And this is a perfect addition to the Volusia County reef system. The other thing ships do is they create localized current changes in the currents in and around the reef itself by deflecting the currents upward into the water column, which attracts a lot of bait fish and other types of species that exploit the water column.
The ships will be placed at the county's permitted reef site 12, which is about 9 miles offshore in about 80 feet of water. Once the Lady Philomena and Everglades are below the surface, 10 miles off the coast of Ponce Inlet, the second vessels will join an already extensive underwater city of concrete debris that's been planted over the years to attract large marine animals, fishermen, and scuba divers.
These new deposits will give some of our citizen scientists a chance to see what organisms grow on these artificial reefs first and how the succession of these organisms changes over time to a mature reef.
The county plans to host a send-off party for the ships, and when the dates are set, we'll announce that information right here on Volusia Magazine. Students in Volusia County are getting a head start on a career in technology. Joanne Magley has more in this week's Business Beat.
This is what summer camp looked like for hundreds of kids here in Volusia County. But now a new camp that's actually keeping kids inside is teaching them how STEM learning can actually be just as fun.
This was the setting over the summer at Lourdes Academy Catholic School. For the second year in a row, My School Tech Hub and the Volusia County Business Incubator, powered by UCF, partnered with the Volusia Flagler YMCA to bring science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, better known as STEM classes, to students from kindergarten to 12th grade. Kunj Patel, an Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University graduate, is the Director of Education for My School Tech Hub.
What I do as a Director of Education is I made the curriculum for the class, so for the beginners, the intermediate, the advanced level, I do the instruction as well. And so I sit down, I teach the kids the coding and teach them how to learn the logic behind it and everything, and then 3D printing and all of that.
Patel says the main goal of the company is to educate students in technology because technology is here and now, and it's the future. And by teaching children this technology at a young age, they have a better chance to excel.
See, look, they're about to get married.
It's a great program, so we're teaching these kids something that I didn't get an opportunity to learn, and now that technology is so fast moving, it's coming out every day, there's something new, and so giving these kids the opportunity to learn this, it's amazing actually. So, and now we're starting to do private tutoring, we're going to try and do the aftercare programs, and so we want to be in like every school in Volusia County to be able to give every student in Volusia County this opportunity.
Pete Tarno is one of the students who attended the summer camp.
When I first came here, I already had my mindset I wanted to do it. I really wanted to be a psychiatrist. But after going to the 3 weeks at this camp and learning that how cool coding was, I actually really want to be an engineer.
In just 3 weeks, Pete rose to the advanced level of coding. He tried to explain it to me, or I should say, I tried to understand it.
Well, first thing you have to do is, in any code, you have to list all your variables, and you have to set everything, and you have to set up your void. And then, in order to get the first one to blink, digital write is like what you're telling the computer to do, and the computer doesn't know any colors. The computer is just seeing the first LED on the board, and it's gonna turn it on. It's gonna turn it on high, and then that's gonna keep doing that until we get to this one, and it's gonna fade out. It's gonna fade in. It's gonna fade out. It's gonna fade in. It's gonna fade out.
Patty Hurd, the enrollment specialist at Lourdes Academy, says she's seen how the coding camp has had a positive impact on the students.
I think it's been a fantastic experience, for the students as well as us as the employees here at the school, seeing the children around, seeing how enthusiastic they have been and how, they have really been a big change, for them academically. And I've seen kids that have been here that I didn't know was in this class this past week, that I know were struggling before in school in different areas, and what I've just experienced and watched them grow, it's amazing.
My School Tech Hub hopes to reach beyond the summer camp to introduce its innovative program to public schools as a tech after-school program. In addition to tech after-school programs, more subjects can be introduced into the schools, such as 3D modeling, maker labs, training, and tech private tutoring. For the Business Beat, I'm Joanne Magley.
Volusia County's Emergency Operations Center is opening its doors for the public to come in and learn about what goes on behind the scenes in the preparation for and during a disaster. Hosted by Volusia County Council Vice Chair Deb Denny's, the public has 2 sessions to choose from for a visit, 6 p.m. Thursday, August 24th and 9 a.m. Friday, August 25th. At the public sessions, visitors will learn what happens when emergency officials gather to coordinate disaster planning and response in this high-tech facility.
Right, Volusia County Emergency Operations Center is probably one of the finest emergency operations centers in the country. And the previous FEMA director, Craig Fugate, visited about 2 years ago, and he was in awe at our facility. During Hurricane Matthew, the facility was spectacular. At the height of the storm, unless you looked out a window, you wouldn't even have known it was raining. But again, the fact that we have the space for coordination, collaboration, and cooperation between the municipalities, between our emergency support functions, was just outstanding.
Visitors will view the operations room where the county, cities, and key agencies collaborate in making life-saving decisions. And with August being the peak of hurricane season, visitors will also learn how to prepare their families and homes for a disaster.
In addition to the tour, in addition to the program, we will be handing out a wealth of information on preparedness that individuals can take home, checklists put on the refrigerator, to really be able to gauge where you are in the preparedness efforts to get ready for not only hurricane season, but other things that may impact Volusia County. But of course, the tropics are heating up. We're into August, about the middle of August. But as we get closer, September the 10th is generally the peak of hurricane season. But when the Hurricane Center and other folks that monitor the tropics continue to increase the numbers of potential hurricanes or tropical storms, we feel like that hurricane season, the peak of hurricane season, is not only going to be through September, but more than likely into October as well.
Residents and visitors should also make sure they stay informed during severe weather or disaster by signing up to receive emergency telephone or email notifications from Volusia County Emergency Management. They also can like Volusia County Emergency Management on Facebook and follow VC Emergency Info on Twitter. To sign up for the telephone or email notifications or for more emergency preparedness information, you can visit volusia.org/emergency. Nearly 1,000 of the nation's top lifeguards converged on Daytona Beach for the USLA National Lifeguard Championships last week. Representing 60 lifeguard agencies from across the nation, from Honolulu to the Hamptons, these top-performing athletes tested their strength and speed on land and in water. Monmouth County lifeguards out of New Jersey captured the coveted Howard Lee Trophy for the second time in the past 4 years. Prior to this year, LA County Surf Lifesaving Association had won 28 out of the last 29 years. Volusia County grabbed 6th place, a powerful showing for a lifeguard organization that is continuing to develop its competition team.
Bringing in this event into Volusia County, Daytona Beach area is important because it brings these people into town and it creates a spectator event as well. So they come into town, they bring their families with them, they utilize our hotels, they utilize our restaurants.
More than 300 junior lifeguards ages 8 to 18 kicked off the 4-day event with a full day of competitions that included swimming, running, board races, and the popular Beach Flags event. The events promoted camaraderie and prepared the young athletes for future competitions as adults. The competition heated up when the adult lifeguards took center stage on day 2, demonstrating the speed, strength, and stamina normally reserved for Olympic events. The final rounds of competition saw champions crowned in the 2K beach run, run relay, landline rescue, run swim run, surf ski race, and taplin relay. For the communities they serve, these athletes represent the best of the best.
This competition actually epitomizes everything we do on a daily basis. The running, the swimming, the craft. This is stuff we do every day, and it brings out the best of us in the best way for this competition. But when this competition is over, this is what we're all about. So it works out wonderfully.
The 2017 Nationals were coordinated by the U.S. Lifesaving Association and the Volusia Surf Lifesaving Association in conjunction with Volusia County's Beach Safety Division. More than 40 businesses and organizations sponsored the competition, including Brown & Brown Insurance, the City of Daytona Beach, the Daytona Beach Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Daytona International Speedway, NASCAR, and Southern Stone Communications. Summer campers in New Smyrna Beach are trying new things, but the activities they're doing are not what you typically see at summer camp. Dr. Holly Smith explains in this Community Health Matters report.
Broccoli is the best vegetable.
That's a confident declaration from a little girl who would know. Johnny Harrell and nearly 30 other children just completed an 8-week summer nutrition program hosted by the Department of Health in Volusia County and the University of Florida. These kids are enrolled in summer camp at the Alonzo Babe James Community Center in New Smyrna Beach. Once a week, a nutritionist stops by to teach them the concepts of the 5-2-1-0 initiative. That's 5 servings of fruits and vegetables per day, 2 hours or less of recreational screen time, 1 hour of exercise, and zero sugar-sweetened beverages.
We started with the My Plate lesson so that they would understand what the 5 food groups are. And then we did a lesson on how to choose beverages that are not sweetened with added sugar. And then they had to learn how to read a food label, figure out how many teaspoons of sugar were in those drinks, and then we had sugar cubes so they could visually see the sugar in the drink. So we try to make it interactive and something they can relate to.
Toffer says she teaches basic nutrition to groups as young as pre-kindergarten, but when working with older kids like these summer campers, she can include lessons on life skills. This program focuses on 3rd through 5th graders. That's an age when nutritionists find they can make a greater impact. Take Renee Oberg, for example.
I like learning about all the fruits, vegetables, and all stuff that helps you.
Have there been any new foods you've tried because of these classes?
Yes. Like squash.
Did you like it?
Yes, and peppers. I like those too.
Each lesson is broken into 2 20-minute sessions. One part is in the classroom. That's where the kids learn about different fruits and vegetables. They learn to read food labels, and they learn what's good and not so good for their growing bodies. Once the kids have learned all about fruits and vegetables in the classroom, they head to the kitchen to put all of that knowledge to work. Here in the kitchen, the students learn to read recipes and how to make their own snacks at home using big green plastic knives. The idea is that the students use these skills at home the way Dominic Range has.
And what have you learned over here in the kitchen?
I learned how to make my own food. I've learned how to make salsa, or I think guacamole, and I learned how to cut up vegetables like with an actual knife.
So is your mom putting your new skills to work or making you do your own stuff?
Yeah, sometimes she sleeps while I'm cooking.
Come on, how many 5th graders do you know who not only like guacamole, but they know how to make it? Well, if your child is resistant to new things, take heart. Toffer has some advice.
Sometimes it takes up to 10 times to taste a fruit or vegetable they've never had before to like it. Like broccoli, the kids start out not liking it, but once they've tried it several times, they usually warm up to it.
For the Florida Department of Health in Volusia County, I'm Dr. Holly Smith.
Let's go now to Community Information Director Joanne Magley and her guest, Connie Bernal, Site Manager for the UCF Daytona Beach International Airport Incubator.
Business expansion is one of the most important elements of economic development, and the Volusia County Business Incubator, powered by UCF, plays a major role with helping young businesses grow. So with us in the studio today is Connie Bernal, the site manager for the Volusia County Business Incubator, powered by UCF. Hi, Connie.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks for being here today. So for people who aren't too familiar with incubator programs, explain what it is, what an incubator program does.
So we help companies to start, grow, and be successful in their ventures. We do this by helping entrepreneurs to go to a series of meetings with business coaches, with professionals that will help them to understand how to run a company. And we also provide office space, and with all of these resources, the companies grow faster in a smart way.
And UCF is really renowned in these incubator programs. What is it about the UCF Business Incubation Program that really sets it apart from others that might be out there?
But actually, it's a lot of experience. You know, we are a group of PhDs, MBAs. In addition, a lot of entrepreneurs that been there, done that helping local entrepreneurs to grow. In addition, we have 17 years of experience helping startup companies. The network is amazing. You know, the connectivity that our clients have when they're in our program is amazing. Our clients are exposed to resorts in Central Florida, and sometimes we go to South Florida or North to get what they need for their business grow.
So how many clients does our Volusia County Incubator currently have?
We have 20 companies right now.
And is that considered full? Are you full?
Yeah, we are full. We have all the offices are occupied, and we have 3 or 4 that are in waiting list. Mm-hmm. So this is the best actually year. We're busy helping these companies to grow.
And you've been doing a lot of growing, and you've had a lot of success. So tell us just about a few of them, mm-hmm. and give us some insight into what their needs are to go to the next level.
Okay, so yes, we have a variety of clients right now. We have companies that are moving forward very disruptive technologies. And also we have a food company that is doing great, by the way. So an example of a technology company is Rubicon. So Rubicon has a technology that is called the Attila system. So the Attila system is a platform that will help you to fix your computer without the need to bring a technician.
Oh my goodness.
That's amazing, right? It's a little device you connect to your computer, and when your computer doesn't work, you just push a button, and then the software start kind of reading what is inside the computer, and then fix the problem, and then you're ready to go, and you don't even need to have internet.
That's pretty amazing.
It is amazing. Very smart entrepreneurs that we have in the incubator. So this company is growing fast. Actually, now they have had some contracts with cellular repair shops here in town. Mm-hmm. So when these shops use that technology, they grow. So mm-hmm. this is a kind of ripple effect that we have, you know, when our companies are providers of local businesses, everybody grow.
Right.
Our companies hire more people, and then local shops hire more people to continue growing. Now, the other company that we have that is doing food is Fit Meals. What they do is they're a subscription-based business that deliver gourmet food to your door. Mm. That's designed for professionals like you and I that don't have time to cook. Mm-hmm. So then your meal is every morning ready, like lunch and dinner, and then you just put it in the microwave, and it's perfect. It's not a fast food, it's something very nutritious, mm-hmm. and the company is growing around Central Florida, and they're based in Holly Hill.
There is lots of data that shows that incubator clients, businesses that started out or went through the incubation program, especially the UCF program, mm-hmm. they have a very higher success rate than a business owner who did not go through an incubation program.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and one of the reasons of that is sometimes entrepreneurs or business people fail because they are alone. Mm-hmm. So they have nobody helping them, they don't know what to do. And when you start a company, you need to surround yourself with people that is going to help you to grow the company. It could be a banker, an accountant, or it could be a business development company, or it could be more education, you know, especially in today's economy that is mandated by technology. Mm-hmm. You know, some businesses say, no, I don't need a website, for instance. That in today's world, you have to have a website.
You do.
And then we connect them with people that help them to have the best website or to have more innovation mm-hmm. For their businesses. So that's why they don't fail as the other companies that are starting by themselves, mm-hmm. because of the network we have.
So you also have some programs that are open to the general public. Tell us about that and how people can get involved.
Okay, so the reason why we started programs was because actually when the incubator was growing and the companies were growing, they need to hire skilled people, right? And they, Connie, I need a coder, Connie, I need a developer, or I need to do my prototype in a 3D printer facility, it's very expensive. Then I thought I need to do something, right? So I was going to Orlando, get all the resources, bring people, you know, to work for the companies, and I say, no, this is not what we're supposed to be doing here in the county. So we decided to start the program. So we started the Volusia Tech Hub initiative, which is series of coding classes for job seekers. And we also teach coding to kids and high school students. Another part of the program is a Maker Lab. So a Maker Lab is a resource for the clients who need to do a prototype. So we have 3D printers in-house, and we teach the entrepreneurs how to use them. So whenever they need to develop a prototype to show to an investor, they have that in-house. So they're saving thousands of dollars in those devices that they were paying before.
Oh, wow.
So, and in addition to the Maker Lab and the coding classes, we have a Meetup Group that we meet every month, and it's all about technology. So we always tell our guests about the new trends in technology. We try to bring to the business community more knowledge about what is coming, what is next. So that way they're ready to have that change either in their business or in their personal lives.
Well, it's always good to talk with you, and you know, it's exciting times at the incubator. It's always interesting to hear the different types of businesses that we have right here in Volusia County that have a lot of potential to, you know, expand way beyond, you know, our own county borders. So Connie Bernal, the site manager for Volusia County Business Incubator, powered by UCF, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Amber, back to you.
Thanks, Joanne, and thank you for watching Volusia Magazine. If you have any questions about the show, you can feel free to give us a call at any of the numbers you see listed here, or you can log on to volusia.org and click on the News tab at the top of the screen to find us. And we hope you won't forget to listen to Volusia Today. That's Volusia County Government's weekly public radio broadcast. Volusia Today airs every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday mornings on the local radio stations you see on your screen. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Amber Osmond, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.